Okay, so now the process jobs area is all the way to the right. And really, as we talked about in an earlier video, when we go to settings, program settings, the maximum jobs to keep in queue is right here. So if this is 10, that means 10 jobs will stay in queue. And if you throw another job in queue, it's not going to show up until one of these are printed. Then the oldest will be deleted, and then the new job comes in. So that's where the process jobs queue is. Now if we right click on this, we can edit or we can double click on it. So these are jobs that have already been processed. We double click on it, it brings it back in with all the same settings you used and so forth. Now if I delete this out of here or create a new job, it still retains that process job over here. We can reprint. So if you've already printed the job and you deleted it out of your queue manager, your mod queue manager, you can just choose reprint. It'll just send it right back to the printer again. You can also delete it out of the process jobs, or you can show settings. The show settings pulls up pretty much just about everything there is to know about this job. So we can say, print settings, it tells you the name, the size, what settings you used, color output, your ink limits you used, and then under usage here, it also tells you what the cost is per color and then your total ink cost. So this is a work in progress. As we continue, there'll be either more features or just more defined numbers and so forth. But this is a nice overall visual to try to determine the cost of the design, as well as some other settings that you may have used in your original. Now the other thing is, if I double click on this and it brings it back in, if I go to reprint this, it's going to save it as the same job. So it's not going to be job 48, it's just going to be 47. So if you wanted to create another job identical to this, then we're going to say, okay, well, you'd have to import a new job or a new design, and then it would see 48. So for example, if I wanted to do this on a large shirt and a small shirt, and I wanted to retain them both, if I made this smaller and reprocessed the job, it's going to retain it as 47. So I would actually want to import a new job and make the image smaller and then print, and then that way it would actually save it in both job 47, 48, and so forth.